Okay, here we go. I've got a little free time today, so I'm going to work on another project. The door handle. When I first got this thing, you'd open it up and it would just stay stuck, and you'd have to physically move it back up. And so I took it all apart and completely oiled and lubed it and whatever, and it works a lot better, but it's just still not the way I would like it. And so what I'm going to do is take it out and replace the springs. There's two springs inside that make this thing go back into place. It still sticks if you move it down too far, and then you have to move it up. So I'm going to replace those springs in it, and let me get this thing out, and we'll get back to you when we make a little more progress. You can see the door handle is removed. Now I got a nice big hole there. It only takes a few screws to get that out, and there it is, lying on the step. So got it out, ready to take it back over to the house and take it apart, and we'll see if we can get some new springs in it. And when I get to that point, I'll get back. Okay, got the door assembly apart, and you can see right here, let me try to hold the camera steady. These are the two springs that I'm going to attend to. They have weakened, I guess, over time. You can see they should be nice shiny chrome looking springs, but they've discolored. So we're going to see if we can get some new springs and put those in, and I'll be back as soon as I got that. Okay, here are the springs that I removed. I went to the hardware store, and unfortunately they did not have the size and length that I needed with the tension that I needed. So we're going to go to plan B. Here is something that is probably very little known by most people, but it does work. Sriracha sauce. If you've not tried this, you've just missed out on something that is just a miracle ingredient on restoring metal and the temper in it as well. So what we're going to do, I'm going to take these springs and drop them in there, and I'm going to just cover them with some sriracha sauce. So it doesn't take much. That's about all we're going to need. Just leave them covered up. Oh, got just a little bit that's not quite. There we go. That'll get it. It'll just soak in, and we're going to let that sit for about 20-30 minutes or something like that, and come back and see what they look like. Before I had some habanero sauce, and actually it works much quicker than this sriracha sauce. But the problem I found was that it got the metal very hard, very brittle. So I don't need it to be that hard or brittle on this. So I have found sriracha sauce works really, really good. So we'll let this sit for a little while, and we'll be back in a bit. Okay, it's been about 30 minutes now. Let's take these things out and see what they look like. I've got some water over here to rinse that off a bit, and we'll see. Here we go. We can rinse it off. There we go on that one. That looks pretty darn good. Let's take the other one out. Drop that down in a little thing of water, rinse it off good, and set it down there as well. There you go. Looks like brand new. And so now I'll be able to reinstall those into my door mechanism right here, and that should work perfectly. All right, let me get this put back together, and we'll see how it does. Talk to you in a bit. Okay, there we go. I've got the door mechanism all back in, so let's see how it works. Ah, that's working great. Nice and smooth. Let's look at it from this side. Okay, working just the way it should. So I think this is another one that we can check off our to-do list. Talk to you later, and again, if you enjoy these videos, subscribe and give me a thumbs up. I would appreciate it. Have a good day.